tell me about your ambitions in tennis?
What do you mean?
Anything, just don't tell me.
Coco Gauff.
I just can't lose.
Match point.
Get up, Coco Gauff. You've just won the US Open.
Coco Gauff.
Coco Gauff just dropped a massive announcement after securing one of the biggest endorsement deals in tennis history with Rolex. The tennis world exploded. Some players congratulated her. Others went completely silent. And one particular Grand Slam champion seemed to disappear from social media entirely right after the news broke. The jealousy is almost too obvious to ignore. Have you ever watched someone achieve something huge and noticed how quickly certain people went silent? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Growing up, it was never thought for me to be a professional tennis player, especially in the Black community. But you can inspire people to do things, not just from playing, but who you are as a person. My grandparents played their role so that I can live my life.
Your racket could change the world.
Now I can play my role to impact other people.
So Coco Gauff just became a Rolex ambassador. Not just any watch brand, but Rolex. The brand that screams luxury, prestige, and history. The same company that has Roger Federer, Serena Williams, and Tiger Woods on its roster. Coco, at 21 years old, is now in that exclusive group. And the internet absolutely lost it when the announcement dropped. Tennis fans were thrilled. Media outlets flooded timelines with photos of Coco wearing the iconic watch. The brand community essentially said, yes, she represents the future. But not everyone was smiling. Across the tour, several players probably choked on their protein shakes when they saw the Coco Gauff X Rolex headline. And leading that list of notably silent reactions was Aryna Sabalenka. Before anyone comes running to defend Aryna, she didn't say anything publicly. But tennis fans online noticed she went completely quiet after the announcement. Which is funny because when she's on a roll, she's usually very active on social media. Stories, posts, training clips, brand content. She's not shy about sharing her wins and her grind. But this time, complete silence. And people noticed. The problem is that Coco's new Rolex deal isn't just another sponsorship. It's a statement. Rolex doesn't just hand out partnerships. They choose icons, people who define eras. Federer, Serena, and now Coco. That means something. It means they're not just investing in a player. They're investing in a legacy. And that's the part that stings. Because Aryna Sabalenka, despite her power, her titles, and her raw dominance, hasn't received that kind of recognition off the court. She's a Grand Slam champion. She's ranked high. But in terms of global impact and brand appeal, Coco is way ahead. And that has to hurt a little. You can already see the differences in how brands move. Coco is the face of Nike, New Balance, Bose, Barilla, and now Rolex. She's everywhere. Magazine covers, fashion shows, award ceremonies. She's built for the next generation of athlete celebrity. Meanwhile, Aryna, as talented as she is, hasn't been able to break through that same ceiling. And it's not because she isn't talented, it's because Coco offers something beyond power. She's a presence. She's relatable. She's young but wise, confident but humble, competitive but grounded. She's the complete package, and Rolex knows it. When the promotional video for the Rolex partnership was released, it hit hard. It wasn't just about timepieces, it was about legacy, family, and growth. The video opened with Coco practicing on the same courts where she grew up in Delray Beach. Her voiceover said, "I grew up on these courts. If you were looking for my dad and me, you'd find us here." Then it cut to her father remembering the moment when young Coco declared she wanted to be the GOAT after watching Serena win. That spark was the beginning of everything. It wasn't loud, it was meaningful. They told Coco's story like it was already history written. From watching Serena as a young girl to becoming someone young players, confident but modest, competitive but real. She's the whole package, and Rolex understands that. Fans online immediately started drawing comparison. Some players throw rackets, Coco signs contracts. The irony was thick. But it reveals something deeper about how she's perceived. She's not just another athlete, she's the face of the next generation, someone who brings both grace and grit. And honestly, that's why jealousy hits so fast, because Coco is getting recognition that others have been chasing for years. It's reminiscent of when Serena first secured her huge deal with Puma back in the day. People doubted her too, said she was too young, too outspoken, too different. But now, Serena is a business empire. Coco is walking the same path, and some people are uncomfortable with it. Let's be real, Aryna has been grinding for years. She's spoken about not always getting the same recognition or attention. She's even hinted in interviews that sometimes image matters more than pure performance. And now, watching Coco get the Rolex deal at just 21 must hit a nerve. Because Coco is more than just a tennis player. She's a symbol of something bigger. Her grandmother integrated schools in the 1950s. Her father built a dream out of empty courts. Her mother instilled discipline and resilience. Coco is now turning all of that history into action. She's not just wearing a luxury brand. She's redefining what that luxury represents. According to Rolex, they chose Coco for her commitment to excellence and values. That wasn't random. That's what brands want now. Athletes who carry not just trophies, but a purpose. And Coco carries that with her everywhere. She's talked about her family, her faith, her belief that you can change the world with your racket. Those aren't just nice quotes. That's her entire brand. That's what companies want to align with. Meanwhile, the tennis world is watching all of this. And you can almost hear the whispers. Why her? Why so fast? Is it just PR? The answer is simple. It's because Coco gets it. She understands what modern athletes are supposed to be, not just winners, but voices, not just players, but icons. Aryna is an incredible athlete, no doubt. But Coco has that rare ability to make everything she touches feel bigger. When she wins, it's not just a personal victory. It's a cultural one. That's why brands line up for her. And this Rolex partnership is just the cherry on top. It's validation that Coco Gauff has officially crossed into elite territory. She's no longer the rising star. She is the star. But here's where the irony kicks in. The internet couldn't resist turning this into drama. Within hours, fans were creating memes, editing photos, making fake captions like, "Aryna checking her wrist like, no Rolex yet?" The memes were brutal but funny. Tennis Twitter had a field day. One post said, "Rolex signed Coco because her time is now." Another declared, "Aryna about to start wearing a Casio in protest." That's the internet for you. Savage but accurate. Because in reality, this deal isn't just about watches. It's about timing. And Coco's timing has always been perfect. From beating Venus at 15, to winning her first Grand Slam, to now becoming one of the youngest athletes in history to partner with Rolex. Everything about her rise has been poetic. She's living proof that when talent meets authenticity, success doesn't chase you. It comes naturally. And that's probably what makes others uncomfortable. Because Coco isn't out here begging for attention or trying to prove herself in loud interviews. She just works, and everyone watches. That quiet confidence is exactly what Rolex wanted. They didn't sign her for what she's done. They signed her for what's coming next. She's the type of player who's just getting started. And Rolex knows it. They want to grow with her. And that's what makes this deal so powerful. It's not a quick campaign. It's a long-term legacy play. Because Coco wearing a Rolex is more than product placement. It's symbolism, precision, elegance, strength, timelessness. And for someone like Aryna, who's been fighting tooth and nail for every ounce of recognition, it has to be frustrating to watch. But Coco earned it. Every single moment of it. As soon as the Rolex partnership hit social media, you could feel the shift. Every tennis page, sports outlet, and fashion account had Coco's face front and center. It wasn't just an announcement, it was a takeover. But what really got people talking wasn't the deal itself, it was the reaction. Within minutes, fans started comparing it to Aryna Sabalenka's situation. Comments like, "Coco's getting global brand deals while Aryna is still fighting with line judges," or "Aryna should start wearing a swatch at this rate," flooded timelines. It was half joke, half truth. Because whether fans admit it or not, there's tension between the two stars. They're rivals. Coco's rise has been smooth, polished, explosive. Aryna's has been rough, emotional, hard-fought. Both paths are valid, but it seems only one has the big brand spotlight. And that difference hurts. Aryna's career has been built on power and raw emotion. She's a force on court. Nobody disputes that. But Coco's career has been built on poise. She handles pressure, fans, media, everything. She's comfortable in front of cameras. She moves naturally. When Aryna does, it can sometimes feel forced. That's not shade. That's just how branding works. So when a company like Rolex, known for elegance and consistency, picks a representative, it's not just about results, it's about image. And Coco Gauff's image is flawless. Rolex loves legacy, style, and calm. Coco has all three. She carries herself like a 30-year-old veteran in a 21-year-old body. She doesn't chase drama, she doesn't post cryptic tweets after losses, she just works, wins, and smiles. And that's why jealousy is such a strong emotion. Because for athletes who feel overlooked constantly, Coco's calm success must seem effortless, even though it's not. Let's remember the Rolex deal didn't come out of nowhere. They've been watching Coco for years, since her 2019 Wimbledon run when she beat Venus Williams at 15. That day, the world met Coco Gauff. Since then, she's been building a reputation that no amount of PR spin can buy. That's what separates her from others. While others chase sponsorships, Coco attracts them. She's the kind of athlete brands dream of being around. She speaks well, dresses well, respects fans, always shows gratitude. She's never had a scandal, never created a messy headline. For a brand like Rolex, that's gold, and it's not like Coco doesn't deserve it. Her story fits the Rolex legacy perfectly, built on time, discipline, and precision. Remember the scene in the promo video where she says, "Playing sports can help you become a better person?" That's the kind of line that sticks. She's not just talking about trophies, she's talking about growth. And Rolex sells exactly that. Excellence achieved through time and effort. The watch she wore in the ad, a sleek silver Rolex Oyster Perpetual, immediately became the most talked about tennis accessory. Now here's the irony. While Coco's Rolex post got 2 million more than numbers, it's symbolic. Rolex is a statement. It means you're not just good, you're legendary. It says we see you not just as a player, but as a timeless brand. Aryna knows this, which is probably why her silence spoke louder than any statement could. So Coco Gauff just secured one of the biggest endorsement deals in tennis with Rolex, and the jealousy from certain players was almost impossible to miss. The silence from some corners of the tour said everything. If you want more coverage of major moves in tennis and sports business, hit that like button and subscribe for more content.